Hi everyone, welcome to my garden again. Today I want to take you on a tour to show you what the updates in the garden, what I've done, and also to show you what the garden is look like in this season. So as I told you in my last videos, during the fall I was cleaning the leaves and mostly just cutting and trimming and all of those fun things that we do in the fall. But now I'm kind of getting in a point where I think I'm finished cleaning and I am just basically mulching everything for the spring. And so just wanted to show you everything that's going on. And I have a little new addition in the garden that I wanted to show you. Also some progress, what's going on, not a whole lot. But and then I also have a couple of things that I have to plant, so I wanted to share with you. So maybe we can start right here. As you can see, I basically just trimmed all the roses. Roses are trimmed, and I don't really like bringing the roses down too far down, but I kind of like leaving a little bit bigger or a little a little height to them. And so they're all fertilized already. The hydrangeas, you can see all the hydrangeas has been trimmed and fertilized, and you're probably wondering what this powder is underneath. This year I decided to fertilize them with the ash, so we'll see how it does. And I also fertilized my camellias with the ashes this year. It's organic, and I just want to see how they will respond to them. And also, as much as I'm reading about the ashes, they're supposed to acidify the soil. So the hydrangeas, camellias, rhododendrons, and some other plants, even some of the magnolias, they prefer slightly acidic soil. So I'm hoping that it will help with the acidity. So anyway, everything is done, everything is trimmed, but you can see all the buds are coming out on all hydrangeas. I also wanted to show you my peonies. They're looking really good. So I have a lot. Let's start right here. These are the hydrangeas that we planted last fall. I'm really excited for them. This is a Sunday fraise, strawberry Sunday. And they have nice buds on them. The roses are starting to bud. So this is all looking good. You can see my lilac tree has already buds on them, so they're coming out really beautifully. I can't wait for the spring. This is the most exciting time of the year when you see everything starting to bud. I still have to trim this guy. This is a hybrid tea rose, but I haven't trimmed. I don't know how I missed that. So I have a white wisteria in a standard in a tree form, which I need to probably trim. I'm still learning about the wisterias, which in Colorado I really didn't have wisterias. They didn't do well. I had one that was starting to do well right before we moved away from Colorado. So I'm hoping I can learn a little more. If you guys have more information to share, please do. It's always helpful to learn. So we did have some hard freeze last couple of days, and some of the container plants or some of the plants are just not looking that great, but they're starting to bounce back. So I wanted to show you how beautiful this Ito peony. Look how big this guy is, and although it doesn't have leaves and foliage on them, it still has a kind of a nice structure for the winter interest, because it has those beautiful red buds on them. Look at this, and there is more coming out from the ground, from the base. So this guy is getting really mature. This is a Coral Louise Ito peony. I'm really excited, and I trimmed it a little bit. Normally in the winter time, if you guys want to know the maintenance, I have a video for the winter or fall maintenance for the peonies. I usually just remove all the leaves and then just cut out as much as the green part, but I leave most of the wooden parts for the Ito, because they the eyes can come out from anywhere really until the spring, and then in the spring you can detect where to prune them. So Those are ethos. So everything is doing good. Like my roses are doing really good. Mostly I've just cleaned and edged. You can see everything is edged. I did fill up this circle area, which was looking really, really pretty until last couple of days. It's still looking really nice. It will hopefully bounce back, but this last freeze of yesterday and last night kind of they're a little miserable. But I really enjoyed this area. So rhododendron is still looking good. These azaleas are looking really nice. It has lots of buds on them. They're doing pretty good. I wanted to show you my let's start with this. I forgot our focal point here. So this is a new addition. I don't think you guys have seen this one. So we just purchased this beautiful big container. I'm really excited. I wanted something here for a focal point, and so I created this circle. This is Japanese spindle. It's variegated with the yellow and red. I'm sorry, yellow and green. I will um, I will post the name, like Latin name, on the screen so you guys know exactly what this is. But this is a evergreen, and I really wanted to have an evergreen element here. And then I'm hoping to just plant some annuals. Today I'm going to plant some tulips in between here because this year I haven't planted any bulbs, you guys. I've been so busy with my new projects and inside projects that I just kind of haven't done anything bulb wise, but I'm at least going to plant few tulips, even though it's really late in the season, but they will come out at least and I'll be happy. So here we have magnolia. This is a Magnolia Suzanne, and it has a really dark, beautiful color, almost burgundy or merlot. It has beautiful flower buds that are getting ready to open this spring. Really excited about that. My let's see here, hydrangeas are really looking good. I mean, they're starting to bud. There's lots of green. They have lots of buds here that are going to open soon. You can see the greens on this one, especially. And the Japanese maple is doing good. I have this azalea here that it's super happy this year. Has lots of flower buds everywhere. I'm excited for this to really take off. We have Japanese tree peonies here that are looking really good this year. I realized that they like more water than I thought. And let's see, this one. Look, this one is looking really pretty. This is a tree peony, and it doesn't even have the leaves for the winter time. It's kind of naked, but it looks so beautiful. Look at all these leaves are starting to open. They're so beautiful. I love tree peonies. I can have more of them everywhere. And so yeah, everything else is looking pretty good. Let's go this way. Oh, looks like the whipping cherry is looking really good. Has lots of buds. Hopefully I will have flowers. I've been cutting them because they're just kind of they go over this bench, and I really don't want to hide the bench completely. But I also realized if I trim them, it kind of spreads out and then starts whipping. So I kind of like it that way a little more versus just whipping down. So hopefully it will look nice as I make it like umbrella looking a little more. So we'll see how it does. I don't know. Boxwood, this boxwood here did not do well this year, and I don't know why. It's possible that maybe accumulates more water here than here because it's kind of a hillside here. This boxwood stayed really nice and green. These ones didn't. I mean, I have to probably replace them. They don't look good. I am, in fact, considering to replace my line of boxwoods there. I just found a hedge, and let me know what you guys think of this California privet. I think I might just replace them. We have a serious problems here in Europe for the boxwood, so I kind of would prefer not to add more, at least to see if I can save what I have. So I might remove them and replace these ones with them, and then the outline I might start with a new hedge, not a boxwood, but it is evergreen. I think it might look really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try and see. All right, so this way. It's looking good. Everything is looking good. I don't have. We have black tulip magnolia right here. Has lots of buds on them. It's still small. I planted this maybe about 2 years ago, and so this one is taking off, doing well. This one is a yellow magnolia, and this yellow magnolia I transplanted last year, last spring. So it's doing really good. You can see it's very healthy, but it doesn't have flowers yet. I think it's just his first year trying to get used to the area, acclimate. And I'm really excited for this magnolia. This is a really beautiful magnolia. White magnolia has a gorgeous flowers on them, so they're quite large. So it will be really beautiful when it opens. This hydrangea tree, this is a tree, hydrangea tree phantom. I transplanted last fall from the other area of the garden where it was kind of a shady and under the trees. It really didn't thrive there. I think it needs more sun. This is a really good area for it. I think it will do well, so I plant it here. I think it will be a nice focal point too here. So our magnolia trees that we planted here for the screen, it looks really good. They're doing really good. So I fertilized them with ashes a little bit again. Hopefully we'll give them a little acidic properties to the soil to keep them happy. So that's that. You can see, I mean, we haven't had this since we've been in France for 5 years, and we haven't really seen frost like this yet. This year, we definitely had freeze. So this part of the area you probably recognize because this is my last area of the garden. It's a lot of work to be done. Really don't have a lot of progress. I wish I had gone far, but I had other stuff that I've been working on. But you can see I've progressed almost about here. So I've been digging, which takes a long time, and it's really kind of hard to do video, just you guys watching me dig. But this is what I spend most of my time doing. In order for me to create gardens all around here, this has to be done, some construction, which hopefully this summer we can get that done. But anyway, this is my progress all the way here. I'm not even halfway, I think. So I still have to go. So every day a little bit, you know, I come here for a few hours and try to progress. So let's go this way and show you our sculpture that we placed here last maybe a month ago. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It's just so gorgeous. So we have a camellia here, looks beautiful, has a beautiful buds. Again, I just gave some acidity. It has some yellowing leaves a little bit. I don't know if it has to do with iron corrosis or it's just acidity. I'm not sure because they do like acidic soil. So I gave them a little ash and see if that would help. Hydrangea standard is doing good, starting to bud. Let's see here. Hydrangeas are doing good. I mean, even if you see close, you will see that they're already budding right here. And I trimmed them last year. Before I didn't trim them because they were almost new planted, but they really took off and got big last summer. They were almost like falling over. So last fall I decided to go ahead and give a little bit of a trim. Hopefully they will be a little more compact this year. We'll see how they do. I'm excited though. This is a gorgeous tree. This is a magnolia. This is a fairy magnolia white, and I am going to plant more of these trees in the back because they are evergreen. They don't lose their leaves, and they do require a bit more water than I realized, but they're well worth it. They're just absolutely gorgeous, and they have a beautiful scent when the flowers open in the spring. They're absolutely stunning, and even before they open, look how beautiful it looks. Look, it has this beautiful George, can you show a little maybe close up? They have these beautiful velvety buds, almost brown on them, and they just look stunning. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Love this tree. Absolutely love this tree. And not magnolias, camellias are doing really good. They are getting bigger. They were very tiny when we planted them, but a few years ago. They grow very slow. These are Camellia japonicas, and they grow very slow, but they are progressing. They have some flower pots on them, and the reason why we planted those camellias in a bag. My vision was before all the hydrangeas start filling up and opening all their flowers, we could see the camellias from the back of it, because they will start flowering as they get taller, and they also will, have a nice evergreen screening here from the street. Eventually, as the camellias get taller, grow more, I will start cleaning a little more behind them to give them a little more light. So because they will create the screen themselves. So anyway, that's what's going on here. Let's just go maybe here really quick to show you what I've done, and then we can start planting. So this bed has always kind of been a problematic bed for me, because obviously it's under the trees. It requires so much water because of all the tree roots underneath. They literally suck up all the water. So I need to give extra water for the plants here. But I'm still trying to work this bed in some ways to, so I can to make it full and beautiful. The hydrangeas are gorgeous when they open, but in the wintertime they lose their leaves, so they kind of stay, naked. Although they still look really great with their, structure, I still want some kind of a evergreen element to be in this bed. So I just went ahead and planted 4 azaleas, white azaleas, but you can see the color. It was really pretty until like a couple of days ago when we had a hard freeze, but they're still bouncing back. They will be okay. So I'm thinking to plant 1 more right there to kind of carry out my line, but you can see there is 4, 1, 2, 3, and there is another 4th one right there, and they will give a little nice kind of a evergreen element and structure to this bed. So that's kind of a new thing that I did here. And hydrangeas are looking so good this year. Look at this. It's just healthy, has already beautiful buds on them that are starting to open. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I love this because I love to see everything in the garden just come to life in the springtime. It's just, I think it's my favorite time where I start looking forward to the buds opening. It's just absolutely unexplainable kind of joy that I really feel. Here, not a whole lot going on. Clematis is doing really good. So you guys, with clematis, give a little time. They require patience. The first few years they're very slow getting acclimated and going, but once they start going, they will be fine. This is the hydrangea that struggled last year. Look at this. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. George just corrected me. I don't know what I'm talking about. So clematis is doing really good. See the buds right here. It's very healthy. It's going to come alive. It's going to do well. There is more right here. You can see they're coming out. They're alive, looking good. It just takes time. And especially when we purchase clematis, especially for me, when I purchased my clematis, they were really small. So it takes time for them to really kind of mature and go. But I'm really excited. And I realized that they like to be moist, but they don't like to be wet. So watch out for that, don't give them lots of water. And here I have climbing hydrangea, which is doing really good. I'm hoping this climbing hydrangea to actually start climbing on this tree, which needs to be trimmed. but it's very tall and we don't really know how to get all that done yet. So I'm hoping to at least climb up on a tree. It will be really nice when it does. This is a good environment for that. There's a kind of a filtered sun, but not really hot. So okay, you guys, hope you enjoyed this tour. It's kind of quick and there's not a whole lot going on, but I wanted to show you what it looks like this time of the season when we cleaned all the leaves. I'm composting all the leaves, and cleaning leaf process is just a long process because they keep falling and they keep falling. It's endless. Finally we got it done, anyway, garden is looking good. I'm really happy. So let's go ahead and plant a couple of things that I need to plant today while I'm outside on that. So I'm going to plant some tulips. So we have two variety of tulips. So this one is Flaming Purissima, I think. And this one I have to put my glasses on. It's Doll's Myrnet. Here we go. I can't read. I don't have my glasses on right now. But anyway, this one is lily tulip variety, which has those beautiful tall spikier leaves. And this one is more of a traditional, so we'll see. But I just wanted some color, and you can see I got them about beginning of last week, and they're already growing in a bag. So I wanted to do video, but every time I tried to get out, it's either raining or it was freezing, so I couldn't really get much done. I also have a hydrangea, and you guys have seen these hydrangeas I planted last fall. It's called Huamboisine. This is a raspberry hydrangea. It has a little dark, it's a paniculata by the way, but it does have a little darker, they get a lot more raspberry color. Their flowers get a lot more raspberry color in the fall. So I think, and they grow about 1 meter 20 centimeters. They can also withstand cold -15. So this is a really good plant to have. I'm excited because they don't get really big. This is a perfect size, and I'm going to plant this in my big container as a focal point in the center. Now, I think in the wintertime it will be, I'm sorry, in the summertime it will be really dramatic and beautiful with its gorgeous big blooms. However, in the wintertime, you can see this is what it looks like. They lose their leaves and they just stay kind of a, still have a beautiful structure, but they just really don't have evergreen element to them. But so I was debating, should I have this in a container in the winter time? But then I decided, I probably would want to go through it just because in the summertime it's going to be really gorgeous. But I decided in the winter time what I will do is probably not trim the flowers, and as it gets bigger we'll have a bigger flowers, and then they probably will dry out for the winter and they will just stay that way. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just keep that structure of its structure and then just plant around it for the fall. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how I like it. And last one that I have to plant today is the Orange Sensation hybrid tea rose, which I'm really excited to plant. This rose, so I'm sorry, I had a climbing rose up there, which I had to remove and transfer to the pergola. This was a climbing rose called Lady Banks. It's a beautiful creamy color. So I did that, and now I have a empty spot where I can plant my hybrid tea in replacement of the climbing rose. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this started before it gets too cold, so I can get this done. Okay guys, so I finished planting. All I have to do is just get a good bucket of water, bring and soak the rose and soak the hydrangea in my inner container. But I'm not, usually when we plant our shrubs, I think it's better to soak, so give good amount of water inside of the hole before we start closing for the shrubs. But I'm not going to do that this time of a season when I plant, because when I was digging, maybe you noticed, the soil is incredibly wet. We had weeks and weeks of non-stop rain, so everything is just soaking wet. So I think I just need to water really well, make sure that all the settlement of the soil gets, removes all the air pockets inside of the soil in a hole, make sure everything just grabs the roots really well, and after that I think we'll be okay. So, but normally if you're planting in the summertime, in the dry season when everything is so dry, definitely pour some water in a hole, fill the hole with the water, and then start closing. So anyway, sorry about my rumble, but I hope you guys really like this video, and if you like them, please don't forget to subscribe them. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.